everyone. My name is Apulak. Welcome back to a new episode of Tech This Week. I hope all of you are keeping well. So today I am going to upon a topic that has, for obvious reasons, taken up everybody's mindshare. I'm talking about the pollution problem that Delhi is grappling with currently. Right? I stay in Delhi, and for many of you who are probably listening to this are probably staying in Delhi or definitely must have heard about the problem that we're facing, right? So, I mean, again, because there's so much that's been said about the issue, I think I don't want to spend too much time on, that the AQI level is hit, hazardous levels and schools are shut, so many things, right? But the question is, and a couple of things that I'm probably trying to find answers to, and somewhere, because when we talk about tech this week, we try to understand, does technology have an answer to this? But before we do that, I think it's important that we give a little bit of background to this, right? Because the question is, it is clearly an emergency, right? But are we really seeing it as one? Because as you all know, Delhi's pollution, air pollution in particular, comes from multiple sources. Yes, there is vehicular emission, industrial pollutants, construction dust, waste burning, and what I understand and gather from when I hear experts speak about it, one of the biggest culprits as of now is the stubble burning that is happening, right? In our neighboring states like Punjab, Haryana, probably parts of UP also. So despite being a major contributor to Delhi's annual winter smog, stubble burning persists. And the thing is, yes, it's a problem that is alarming, but it persists also due to political and economic challenges. It impacts Delhi, but the problem originates from, like I said, other states like Punjab, Haryana, and parts of UP. So coordinating policies across states with different political agendas is usually complex and ineffective, right? Because governments are often hesitant to crack down on stubble burning aggressively because they fear backlash from farmers, which is absolutely a very important voter base, right? Because for farmers, stubble burning is the fastest and the cheapest solution, if you think of it. It's not that you don't have alternate solutions. There are mechanized tools which are either too expensive or not readily available. But stubble burning is actually just one part of the puzzle. I think the larger question that we need to address is there's a lack of urgency among both authorities and to a certain extent citizens, which exacerbates the crisis. With pollutants effects such as, again, sorry to call these out, such as cancer or respiratory disease are long-term and more importantly, invisible, making it easy to dismiss. So it becomes a seasonal issue that fades from memory as soon as the smog's intensity decreases. Right now we are concerned, but give it a week to two maybe, and we'll probably stop thinking or talking about it. And yes, efforts are fragmented. We build smog towers, but factories keep polluting, right? Electric vehicles are promoted, but coal power plants charge them. So the lack of integrated approach raises a crucial question to all of us. Can a crisis of this magnitude be managed effectively? And do we have the will to manage it? Very importantly, do we have the will to manage it? You all know the challenges when oil spills happen in ocean. It creates an immediate and visible crisis, right? Because a lot of flora dies because of that. But over the years, we've developed technologies to manage them effectively. For instance, scientists have engineered microbes, that break down oil into harmless components. Advanced tools like booms and skimmers help contain spills, while AI systems predict spill movement to guide cleanup operations. So these technologies actually transform a massive environmental challenge into a manageable one. That's the first example. I think the other one that I'll definitely like to talk about is how China, particularly Beijing, has managed to reduce and somehow contain its smog problem, right? Because this problem obviously is much closer to home. So Beijing also, much like Delhi, faced a pollution crisis uh, similar to what Delhi is facing, right? Point is, Beijing has managed to reduce its smog through citizen participation and government intervention. Question again is, can Delhi do it? Technology absolutely, undoubtedly has a potential to make a significant impact. In fact, I'll give you a few, right? But as we all know, technology cannot have all the answers for all the problems that we have. But speaking of technology, some of the ways we can manage. I start with IoT sensors and artificial intelligence. Real-time air quality monitoring can guide immediate intervention, such as triggering vehicle bans or limited industrial emissions. Then you have air purification. You can build smog towers. While not a comprehensive solution, can provide local SVU. Then there are technologies like happy seeder machines, which allow farmers to plant crops without burning stubble. Biodecomposer sprays that break down stubble into compost, which are already tested. You know. Then you have, if you plan our urban planning in such a way where you have, vertical forests, green belts, and smart city designs, can again further reshape our urban landscape to absorb pollutants. Net, like I said, I mean, if I was trying to find answers to the problems at hand, probably not. But it just makes you think, while technology itself always is promising, it has its demerits also, as we all know. But implementing it effectively is another story. Like I said, funding, political will, and public participation are major hurdles. For instance, persuading farmers to adopt a sustainable practice requires not just technology, but also subsidies and education. So you have to have many people, many systems coming together to make it effective. So can technology lead cleanups of Delhi's air? The answer is yes, but not in isolation. It must work in tandem with stringent policy enforcement, public awareness, and behavioral changes. And very, very important. The tools exist. Sensors are there, smog towers are built, green energy is spoken about, electric vehicles are being spoken about. What missing is the will to deploy them at scale and integrate them to a cohesive strategy. Pollution isn't an unsolvable problem. It is, in my humble opinion, an ignored one. Delhi's air crisis is a shared responsibility, and we have to understand this. And while tech can light the way, it's up to all of us, government, industry, and citizens, to walk the path. Question, and I'll leave you with one thought: will we empower the technology to lead the cleanup, or will we wait until the crisis hits closer to home? I'll close this with not such a happy note. Remember what COVID did to us as a society. When COVID was in its first phase, and there were a lot of deaths reported, we were concerned, but we're not so concerned because those death tolls were numbers. In the second phase, the death tolls were not really numbers; they were names of people whom we knew, and that's when we got really scared, and we took whatever measures we had. I'll just leave it at that. Lot to think and ponder. That's from my end. Bye for now.